What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into the live stream. We are live. I'm probably going to have to help fix my friend's draft so that they can get on in here. All right. What's going on, everyone? What's up? 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 What's up with it? I am up at pick. I'm pick number 4 in this league. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Now, I had the chat on screen last time, and now I just, for some reason, it's just not there. Where's the chat at? Not on screen, apparently. Doesn't want to work. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm pick number 4. Yeah, I'm just going to pause the draft. Settings. One second, guys. All right. I had to pause the draft because it's not fixed yet. It is not fixed yet. So this draft is going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end, kicker, defense, 2 flexes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bench spots, full PPR draft from the 4 spot. So yeah, this is my other home league draft. This is with my friends. Now some of us are in both leagues, so I just need them to tell me when to unpause the draft because of course someone's draft doesn't work. That's how it always goes. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm high on Puka. I love Puka. What's up, Nick? What's up? What's up, bro? Thoughts on Bo Nix this year? I love him. Let's go. You got my pick 3rd. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, what's up? What's up? Yo, what's up? Can I stream snipe? Kevin, no, you can't stream snipe. What the fuck? Do you actually think that I'm going to tell you exactly who I'm going to pick before I pick them? Come on now. You're smarter than that, Kevin. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. CD may have to go 1 now. Didn't you already do your home league draft? Yeah, I did one of them. Full PPR, yes. I kind of need help on an NFL fantasy draft. Got this one this Sunday. Need strategies. Well, what we're going to be doing here is breaking down my exact strategy as I draft. Anyone down to do a draft on Clicky Draft? I have no idea what Clicky Draft is. Go Gibbs. Who you want at 4th? Wide receiver or running back? Well, I can't say anything because all my friends can be watching the stream right now. It is the best time of the year, Caitlin. Yeet. All right. Just waiting on a text. It's like Love Island when you got a text. I got a text. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're locked in. Would you trade the 102 and the 611 for the 108 and the 405? Need some opinions on this. Yeah, I would. I would. I don't necessarily love it though. I'm trying to get the show comments on stage. There we go. There we go. All right, where should we go? Bottom left, top right, maybe. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. Draft is paused. Hey, good content. Hey, question out of curiosity, how did you come up with the name Notorious Fantasy? Well, it's based off of honestly, I don't know. My name when I used to play video games was nothing to do with this, so I it's just based off, I guess, McGregor probably. Nick, pick someone that starts with a K and ends with Isle Pitts. Probably Kyle Pitts. That's a funny question, Jason. I won't lie. Percentage chance Tyreek goes to the Broncos 2 days before the trade deadline. I would say 0. I don't think he's getting traded. What was the pregame meal? I had a Taco Bell quesadilla. I have the 10th pick in one of my leagues. I'm gunning for Genty. I like that. Reaction to the Parsons trade. Micah Parsons. I thought that was a good trade, honestly, for the Packers. I don't know why the fuck the Cowboys did that for just a 2nd round pick, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The thumbnail's goated facts. I sat there for like 5 minutes before we started the stream trying to get everyone onto there. I was trying to get Josh onto the thumbnail, but it was just too hard. It was too hard. That took me a while to do. That shows how good my Photoshop skills is. All right. Typical NFL just not working. The Notorious Fancy, yes, sir. Let's go. Year of Walker, yes, sir. Oh, I just noticed Kevin isn't a mod. Can I mod Kevin from in here? I cannot. I cannot. Robbie, can you mod Kevin? Does that work? If you're still in here? Let's see. I'm gonna scroll up in the chat. I gotta pause my own stream. Add as moderator. All right, there we go. I wonder if Jerry Jones will draft a pass rusher with one of those picks. That'd be funny. Remember when the Titans drafted what's his name? Who did the Titans draft? They drafted Treylon Burks. That was so funny when they drafted Treylon Burks after trading AJ Brown. Like that worked, right? You're the best. Thank you, thank you. I wish more hot girls played fantasy. I know, right? That's my main demographic is women. It was 2 first-round picks in Clark. Yeah, I saw that. Give it to me. Pause. 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 The smell of football has awoken. What about the Finns rivalries jerseys? I don't like them. I do not like the Finns rivalry jerseys. Duh. I'm drafting a sleeper, ESPN, and Yahoo. Yeah, I'm on a bunch of leagues in NFL. The only Yahoo league is our subscriber league. Micah got traded. Sucks to suck. Shout out to Kelsey Monroe. Facts. To Green Bay. Oh, yeah. All right. Here, Josh, I'll pause it. All right. So I'm going to have to unpause the draft, then we're going to pause again once the third pick is up so he can make his pick. They could just go and get Parsons with those picks now. Top 3 wideouts who can be the wide receiver 1 this year besides Chase, Jetta, and CD. I would say I think Drake London could be the wide receiver 1. I think Malik Neighbors can be the wide receiver 1. I think bdge could be the wide receiver 1. I think Nico Collins could be the wide receiver 1. Puka Nacua. Basically, any of those guys that are going super high up, I think could be the wide receiver 1. Okay. Now we pause. All right. Gotta love that the draft, as a hater, I'm thriving. You just gotta love that the draft never is gonna start correctly, right? That the shit's just gonna be broken. But once it fixes, we're gonna be good to go. McConkey is a sleeper for the wide receiver 1. I think so too. I think he's gonna get absolutely peppered in LA with the Chargers. I think he's gonna eat. So I'm up at 4. I already know who I want, unless who I wanted got picked. No, he didn't. And did they just get rid of the draft board? No, they still got it. So we're gonna watch the draft board. Egbuka is awake. Yeah, Egbuka's gonna have a huge season, I think. Now the question, honestly, with Egbuka is how high can you possibly push him to where it starts to become gross to draft him, right? Like how high can you go in on the board before you get nervous about drafting him? I think Egbuka honestly could be like a 6th rounder. That's probably the highest I would take him because eventually Godwin's coming back. And it's not like Mike Evans disappeared. Don't be a donkey. Draft McConkey. Facts. Ted McMillan going to finish top 10. I could see it. I could see it. All right. I got to make another pick in my underdog draft, so that's why I'm on my phone right now. Boom. Yeah, the underdog clocks are now at an hour for the slow pick, so it's getting brutal. I got him at the 14 team round 8 wild. Yeah, that is wild. That is wild. His ADP is going to keep moving on up, but that's the crazy thing about fantasy is just how quickly things change, right? We go from Egbuka just buried past the 10th round and then he just keeps on rising. But at some point, it's going to stop, right? He's not going to be able to go that high anymore. I want in that league. Make sure you guys leave a like on the stream, by the way. That's the best way to help out the stream is by liking it. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. We're going to be live throughout this whole draft. And then after the draft, we'll just get out, I guess. We'll stop streaming. Oh, mama. Why is no one talking about Pollard? I talked about Pollard in a video earlier yesterday, probably. So I don't know. Ashton Genty or A Chain? I would go A Chain. Drop a like. It's easy. Facts. He's going way too high on underdog. Egbuka? Um, let's see. I can't even make any picks for anyone, so I can't even pick for him. So. All right. Like and subscribe, bro. Yeet. What do you think about Golden versus Igbuka at the end of the season? I got Igbuka over Golden. I think Golden's gonna have a pretty solid year, but I just think Igbuka's a lot safer. Y'all drafting? Yeah, this is my home league draft. I'm just waiting on the third team. He's just got to come back into the draft. His computer is going crazy mode. What up, Nick? What's up? What's up, Legendary? What are you doing? Golden smells like a worthy type of receiver, in my opinion. Honestly, I hope he's safer than Gold or than Xavier Worthy in his rookie year. What's up, Mason? How you doing? All right. So I guess we'll just keep talking. If anyone has any questions, we'll keep talking about that until the draft starts. If you had to pick an NFC team to support, who would it be? Probably the Panthers, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm a one team kind of guy, right? You're not going to see me repping any other team besides the Dolphins. That's just how it goes. Nah. Just gonna stay sober for this one. You win your home league last year? No, I did not. I didn't win either of my two main leagues last year. This league it's reverse of the standing. So I came in one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, ninth place. In the other league, I came in fourth place. Last year was not good for me. My whole team got fucking hurt, but that's how it goes. That's how fantasy football works. Jordan Love said to get him first round on that one commercial, so I did. Respect. I don't think I've seen a Jordan Love commercial ever in my life. What commercials is he in? All right. When are you picking up your quarterback and tight end in this draft? Probably later, but I could see myself taking one early, honestly, because if these guys are going to wait on quarterback, then I'm just going to take one. Now, I haven't looked at the NFL rankings really a crazy amount. Like in the videos, we're kind of always talking about the aggregate ADP from every single website. But on here, like Josh Allen's ranked 32, Lamar 31. Like that's pretty palatable, in my opinion, right? Pick 31 would be the 3-7, 32 would be the 3-8. I think it's way more reasonable to draft a guy at 31 or 38 in the middle third round at quarterback compared to like sleeper where you're drafting him at like pick 23, 24. It's just a little bit easier of a pill to swallow. And let's look at the tight ends ADP on here. Um, Bowers 19, that's fine. McBride 26, 45. So like the tight ends are much more fairly valued on NFL compared to like ESPN or sleeper or anywhere else really. Oh, are you going JCM or Pitts here? We're going JCM, of course. Go Raiders. Would you be okay if O'Marion Hampton was your RB2 in PPR? Yes. Pitts at the 4. I like it, facts. Why is the guy taking forever to pick the third pick? He's leaving. No, it's the reason why the draft is paused is because the draft just isn't working on his computer. So we're just waiting for that. Hey, what's up? And then once the draft gets going, it's going to go. I pick Clark. What do you think benefits most from the Micah Parsons trade? Jacobs, Dak, Lamb, Pickens. I think Dak, Lamb, and Pickens benefit the most. The defense of the Cowboys really is hinging on him, right? Micah Parsons was the key to that defense. And now they lost the key. Now, I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys defense is going to be completely dog shit, right? And they're just going to be getting reamed every single game. But also, I don't think the Cowboys defense is going to be pretty good. I think they're going to be bad even. So I would probably be pretty mad if I was a Cowboys fan because look, even though I don't think the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl this year, I think it is tough. And they did offer him a pretty big contract and he didn't take it. So maybe he just didn't want to be a Cowboy, honestly. Full PPR, pick 10 of 12 teams. Who do you choose between Nico Collins, Puka, Monra, BTJ? I would lean with Puka Nakua over them. That's just how it goes. That's just the way it is. How are you doing, bro? Do you see the Bears offense getting explode like Detroit last year? Is it worth the investment? I do think it's worth the investment. Do I think they're like a guaranteed explode? No, I don't. but I hope they do good. You think CMC is a first round over Genti? Yes. A few years ago, the dude didn't set up his lineup once and won the championship. That's how it goes, dude. Fantasy is like, look, you can do all the research in the world. You can pick the best players, and injuries are going to hit you. Stuff's going to go wrong, right? So, anyone can win. There's a lot of luck that goes into fantasy football, whether people like it or not. Cowboys without Parsons are going to be the Bengals 2.0. It's possible. It is possible. Green Bay defense will be taking a big step forward. Yeah, I mean, they have to. They have to. If you pay that much money for Parsons, if you trade 2 picks for Parsons, you just have to. Full PPR, pick 5 of 12. Would you pick CD or Gibbs? I would personally pick Gibbs. Have you ever accidentally left your tabs open during stream and accidentally left your Chatterbait profile up? Yeah, like at least 20, 25 times. Happens to the best of us. What's up, bro? I have 2 more drafts this Sunday, bro. Good luck, man. What pick do you think is the best? I think one of the first 4-ish picks are the best, or the back 3 or 4. I don't like being stuck in the middle. I never liked being stuck in the middle like my name was Malcolm, because I think it is really tough to kind of just watch the whole draft happen around you, and you're kind of just at the will of anyone else. When you're at the turn, it's much easier to control the draft in your direction. I heard people saying Jacobs could get way more carries if the Packers D is improved. I agree with that. I really like my 14-team league, the players I was able to get. Yeah, I saw that comment you posted. I thought that was a pretty good team. Devontae Adams or Garrett Wilson? Devontae Adams or Garrett Wilson? I would go Devontae Adams personally. Let's see here. Actually, I have a white one, but like the green color. All right. Let's see how this goes. I'm just checking something on my computer right now. Manage. Edit team managers. Edit team co-managers. Get a post of yours, bro. Are you any higher on CD since now the trade? I mean, like, I was already high on CD, so I don't know how much higher you can possibly get on him. He's my 5th overall pick. It will be my 10-man league and my 12-man league. Do you think I should go quarterback or tight end early? Yeah, in the 10-team leagues, I definitely would be trying to look for either an elite quarterback or an elite tight end. Is JCM still worth picking over Tracy? I don't think so. I would still pick I definitely would pick JCM over Warren and Javonte Williams, but not over Tracy. You a Finns fan, area, family? No. My dad's a Jets fan. I'm from New Jersey. I've just always been a Dolphins fan. How do you come up with these ridiculous nicknames for the guys that you're doing in drafts? It's just random. I just came up with them a while ago. Or just like when I'm talking, I just randomly come up with them. All right. I'll unpause. Settings.
Your team is now on the
Oh,
clock.
shit. Sorry, guys. I didn't know there was going to be a loud ass noise. All right. I'm up to pick. He took Lamb. We're going to go Gibbs. Bada bing, bada boom. Really no thought on that. All right. Now we're going. The draft is now in place. I like that Gibbs pick a lot. I'm happy to get Gibbs at 4. I think Gibbs could easily finish as the RB number 1. I could have went Barkley. I still do have Barkley ranked ahead of Gibbs, but honestly, I wanted to get a share of Gibbs. I don't think I'm in any of my other drafts. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Gibbs, so I just went for him. You think Waddle will be the wide receiver 1 in Miami? No, I don't think so. I think it's very clearly going to be. I think it's very clearly going to be Tyreek. What do you think is a surprise sleeper pick this season? Probably Tank Bigsby. It's Ingram. I like Ingram. What name is your favorite to say? Probably Jaden Stormy Daniels. I just think that's funny. My favorite pick is when you say DJ Moore. Wiki wiki. 1.8 is getting sniped on CMC for sure. I don't know how my friends feel about Christian McCaffrey compared to how I feel about Christian McCaffrey. I don't know about that. But I would be shocked if McCaffrey doesn't go in the top 10. Let's go, Nick. Yes, sir. How many air yards do you think you can throw a football? What kind of football? Like a regular football? I'm not sure, honestly. Air yards? Probably throw a nuke 30 yards. I drafted number 7 in my 14-team league yesterday. Sertan Victory is my team name. Bet nobody can guess what team is going to beat the Fins in the AFC Championship game. Probably no one, unless you're playing in Madden, because no one. The Dolphins will not be in the AFC Championship game. Hey, good to see you as well, Andrew. 30 yards max? 30 yards max, Rob? I'm throwing that shit 50 yards, and I'm not going to at all give a hint at all to who I'm going to pick. So if you stay in here, it doesn't matter. Can Trevor Lawrence truly support both BTJ and Travis Hunter? I think so. What's up, man? I love you too. What are your thoughts on Jameson Williams? I don't love Jameson Williams. I don't hate Jameson Williams. I'm kind of meh on Jameson Williams. I don't think he's a bad pick, but I also just don't love him. I feel like a lot of people are getting super high on him, and I think that not Brian Thomas. I think I just got to tell Connor just to make sure that I just think Ben Johnson not being there could hurt J-Mo more than it would hurt like Amon-Ra St. Brown. You better draft like Andy Reid, Nick. Facts. Is Robinson, Taylor, and Brown a good trio to start a 10-man league? Yeah, I like that decent amount. Really wanted. Which rookie are you looking forward to this season? The rookie I'm looking most forward to is seeing what O'Marion Hampton can do. BTJ has dropped a little bit in 10 teams. Should I go with Chase and Allen or Bowers? Chase Brown. Chase. I would probably go Chase Allen. Probably. How do you feel about T-Mac? I love him. I love him. Gawks dick. Packers to the bowl. Raiders. Chase, BTJ, Brown. I'm living in Louisiana. It's annoying that they do not allow people to play underdog. Yeah, it is. I think it is very annoying that, in my opinion, I don't see why people are against stuff like sports betting. I just don't get it because people are going to do it regardless of if it's legal or not. It's like, smoking weed and stuff. People are going to do it whether it's legal or not, right? I go to my guy down the street and make a bet if it wasn't legal in New Jersey. In mock drafts from after Chase, Ladd, and Kyron keep dropping back to me, but I'm not really liking the running back option. The turnaround around running back 2. Do you think it's a reach to take Hampton at the 301? No, I don't. Standard rosters? Okay, so this is a 12-team full PPR draft, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end, kicker, defense, 2 flexes, and then 6 bench spots. The draft should go relatively quick. My dad took Achane. I figured he would because I have Achane ranked relatively high. Now I'm going to have to start actually marking up my sheet, and I don't want you guys to the rankings that I have on Patreon. See, I print them out and I use them. They're right here. Kevin made them. I make the rankings. Kevin made the sheet. Intern Kevin, if he's still in the chat, he is the one who created this. But I mean, I kind of know what I want to do anyways, but I think it is pretty convenient to mark the stuff off. So I'm going to do that. Jamar, Bijan, Lamb, Gibbs, Barkley, then Justin Jefferson, then Christian McCaffrey, then Derrick Henry. Sorry, once I just read all these off, it'll take 2 seconds. Malik, Amon-Ra, Puka Nacua, Devon Achane, and then Nico Collins. All right. Pretty normal start to the draft, I would say. Like, nothing crazy has happened here. I don't know if I love Henry at the 1-8, but I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to go there. He is going to go there. Full PPR, 2nd round pick, 15th overall. I can't decide between Genty, Drake London, or Chase Brown. I'd go Genty. How do you feel about the trade? The Parsons trade, I think the Cowboys probably could have gotten another 1st round pick. What are your plans if you win Best Ball Mania? You will never see me again. That's the plan. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'd probably like to go to Las Vegas and lose some of the money. Ted McMillan, my rookie of the year, and I got him. Love that. I'm out on Achane this year. A lot of people are. Does your dad watch my videos? Of course he does. About to join the Patreon? I appreciate that, Caitlin. Is this draft standard settings? It's full PPR, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 flexes, kicker, defense, 6 bench spots, full PPR, 4-point passing touchdown. Pops in the draft is legit. Yeah, my dad won the league last year. I wonder why, right? He uses all my fucking advice. He wins. I come in fourth to last. I got McCaffrey at pick 7. I think he's going to explode this year. I agree with you. I agree with you. Chase Brown at the 2.3. John swinging his cock around, drafting Chase Brown at the 2.3. I respect it. That's who I wanted, though, so I'm a little bit pissed. I'm a little bit pissed that he did that. John is the champ in our other league. If you guys watch the draft vlog video, the guy holding the belt. Shout out to Papa Notorious. How does your dad feel about you knowing who Riley Reid and Stormy Daniels is? Well, I'm 26 years old, so I'm sure he just does not care. Do you think Alvin Kamara will still be healthy enough throughout the season for another productive fantasy raid? And yes, I do. I think as long as he doesn't get traded, he's a shoo-in to be very good this season, if I'm being honest with you. Shout out to Papa Notorious Facts. You think RJ Harvey will be the starter week 1? No, I think RJ Harvey is a bet that you are placing on him being good later on in the season. Like if you're drafting RJ Harvey and you expect him to be great week 1, I think you're kind of just a little bit, not delusional, but you're just expecting too much in my opinion. Like we're to do the RB start sit video on Saturday. I haven't looked at all the matchups, but what I will tell you is if you're playing RJ Harvey, you should probably expect him to be much more mid compared to him being great. The Cowboys didn't have enough sense to keep Micah in the NFC. To keep Micah out the NFC, they face him in 4 weeks on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, that's crazy. That's always funny how that works. Justin Herbert, the pervert, is my favorite. Yeah, I like that one too. I like Darnell. Here comes the Mooney. And someone today commented that they didn't like the nicknames. I get why some people don't like some of the stuff that I say, right? Rightfully so. Someone came at me today, like, you don't know anything about football. And I'm just like, okay. Whatever you think. Like, you don't have to agree with me, to be honest with you, on everything. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. I just draft based on what I think is going to happen, right? That's how I do it. Okay, I gotta stop clicking the pen. I'm like, I just always click on the pen if I have one of these where you can click it up and down, but I just realized it's gonna be so annoying to anyone listening. Jalen, stop! It hurts. The nicknames are dope, dude. Don't change. No, I'm never gonna change. I'm just saying they do annoy people, which I get. Okay. Kevin takes Brock. Now George is up, the man who took Aaron Rodgers in that video. My boy George. All right, you know who we want. The question is George going to take him? Is George going to...
Your team is now on the clock.
Cocksucker. Fucking asshole. George is. I'm not going to say his full government name. He doesn't need to be doxxed. But what a cocksucker. I hope he's watching this and he knows to go fuck himself. Okay, fuck you, George. Now we have to actually think. Looking at the running backs, we could go Kyron. God damn, Travion Henderson is up on here. Could go with the boy Ladd. Could go T. Higgins. Man, I really don't want to draft fucking A.J. Brown. I don't want to do it. I'm not taking a tight end here. I'm not taking a quarterback. Let's go Ladd. Let's get the boy Ladd onto the team. Let's get Ladd. Fuck George. Facts, dude. Kyle Pitts, the 101. That's a fact. Yeah, I don't necessarily love taking a tight end early, especially if it's like McBride in this range. I don't necessarily love McBride. I feel like in this league, McBride's not gonna fall back to me though, if I'm just being honest with you. AJ Brown goes to Dave. Dave's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Of course, he gets AJ Brown. I think he took him in our other league too. I wouldn't draft AJ Brown. Me neither. George texted me, said, "Fuck you, you cocksucker. Love you, bitch." That's so funny. Fucking George, man. What a guy. That's so funny. Oh, man. I wouldn't draft AJ Brown. Nick, do you like better Rashad Bateman, Darnell Mooney, or Dante Thornton? I like Mooney the best. JCM might make it back to you. Dude, he might be able to get Bill. No, I don't think Dave is enough of a homer to take Jalen Hurts if Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are on the board. I don't think he has the cojones to do that. I don't think he does. His team's cooking though. He's got Lamb and AJ Brown. George with the Saquon Drake London combo. I do prefer that compared to my Gibbs Ladd McConkey if we're just talking in general. Drafted off your advice, got Knicks, Hampton, Jacobs, Neighbors, Devontae Adams, T-Mac, Ingram, Egbuka. God damn, that's beautiful. Do you think tight end Warren will have more catches than Njoku? I think Njoku will probably have more catches. I like Warren a ton though. 10-man half PPR pick 10 strategy. From 10, I'm probably just gonna go running back, best wide receiver available, and then hope Kittle falls back to me in the third round. You aren't a donkey because you drafted McConkey. Facts. JT goes. Terry goes at the 211. Interesting. Very interesting. Did he mean to do that? He just texted me. I gotta run downstairs. Can I get a pause a second? It's like, okay. All right, never mind. Joe Burrow at the 3.1. See, people do draft crazy in my league. Not early on, though. Everyone keeps it real safe through the first, 2 rounds, and then the most dumb shit happens. The most dumb shit is going to happen. Now, if Joe Burrow finishes as the QB1, he doesn't look stupid at all. Oh, you're the... Let's see here. I've been What's up, real slick Rick? I've been drafting tight end late. Do you like Ingram or Njoku? I like Ingram a little bit more, and I like Loveland a lot. He wanted the stack. All right. Should I pause for Mike? If he doesn't pick, I'm just gonna pause. If he doesn't pick in the next 5 seconds, I'm pausing. I'm gonna have to pause. In my league, defense go in round 6. I'm hyped to have good players fall. Joe did have that one crazy run last year. You think Shadur Sanders will start by week 3 or 4? No. I don't think Shadur is playing at all this season, if I'm being honest with you. Burrow will be averaging 50 attempts per game with that defense. I agree. Did you see the Bijan Brian Robinson fantasy draft video? If so, would you enforce the selection? No, I wouldn't. I would not enforce the selection. Now, again, because it just completely ruins the guy's team. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Every pick I made in my draft with a draft board, I looked at the thing like 30 times. I looked at the thing roughly 30 times before I made each pick. So I made sure all my picks were right. My buddy drafted Trevor Etienne. If you watch the video instead of Travis Etienne.
Your team is now on the clock.
It's an 8th round. I like that. That's funny. Drop Kirk or Thornton for a defense. I would just wait until right before the start of the season and then figure it out. All right, we're back up on the clock here. We're back up. No one's gone quarterback yet besides Burrow. So I could get Josh Allen at value, but I'm just going best player available. We keep our head on a swivel. I want to go Tyreek Hill. I think T. Higgins is way safer, but, I always draft based upon what I think, right? I don't draft based on, what's the safest pick? Let me just not get the guy that I like the best. So we're to swing our cock around. We could go Marion Hampton, actually. Marion Hampton is 46. Marion Hampton could fall back to us, but my friends are watching the stream, so he's not coming back to us. Oh, man. We took Tyreek in our last draft, so we're not going to take Tyreek. We're just going to go T. Higgins. We'll keep it safe. We'll draft my boy T. Higgins. That's what we'll do. I was going to draft Tyreek. I was going to go crazy, but I didn't take Tyreek because I have him in my other league. That is the only reason why I didn't draft Hill, because I have Hill in the other draft, and we talk about this all the time in the box. I don't want to die necessarily on the Tyreek Hill. Draft Bill Hill. Bill, not the science guy. For a 10-team league, is it best to start with double hero running back or running back wide receiver? It really just depends 100% on who's available. As long as you don't reach. And in my opinion, in a 10-man league, you should be looking quarterback or tight end in the 3rd round if they fall to you. Tee-hee. I also started Gibbs, McConkey, Higgins from the 104 of my home league. Love that. Love that. We're cooking here. I kind of wanted to take Omarion Hampton, but there is something that just tells me every week, do I really want to have the whole fucking Chargers team on my roster, right? That was kind of a thought that I had. And I'm not going to say exactly all my thoughts for like the next pick out loud because my friends are watching the draft probably. So I'm not going to say exactly who we're going to be drafting at every single pick. Like I suggested, hey, maybe I'll go Hampton at the 4-9. I know George is watching. Then he just immediately picked Hampton, which was actually pretty funny. He's trolling my ass. If Chase Brown's there at the 208, do I reach? I don't think it's a reach. Like we just saw Chase Brown went at the 2-3 in this draft, right? I don't think Chase Brown's a reach at the end there. So we see Lamar come off the board at pick 31. See, NFL, this is good because if I would have went Allen or Lamar, I respect that. I want T. Higgins, though. I'm very confident in my own ability to find a quarterback late. I think that going T. Higgins there was pretty smart, in my opinion. I think so. I would have been fine with Josh Allen, though. Would have been fine with it, but we went wide receiver. All right. What do you think of Ted McMillan's stock now with Thielen traded? I think that the Thielen trade moves the needle slightly, right? Do we think Thielen was really going to be like the clear, like number one option ahead of Thielen? I don't think so. I mean, ahead of Ted. I don't really think so, but I think Thielen would have been fine. Ted would have been fine with Thielen, but yeah, it is definitely better. It opens the door for Jalen Coker, the cokehead himself. It's an interesting draft so far. Again, NFL is definitely significantly lower on the quarterback position compared to Yahoo and any of that other stuff. I waited until late for a quarterback and smashed wide receiver, running back. Most of the early/mid rounds was fine with Fields and T-Law. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You should draft Dak as your QB later, maybe. Kev is Dak's darlings though, so can't be taking Dak from him. Pause. What do you think about Sutton/Nick stack? I do like it. They're the stack of my other home league draft. Thoughts on DJ Moore? I think DJ Moore is probably one of the weirder players in fantasy because everything tells you that he should be the wide receiver 1 on the team, but no one is talking about him. None of the coaching staff is talking about him. So I think he could end up, if a Dunze becomes the number 1, DJ Moore could go bust. But I still think he's fine. You can have my Dak. Hey, yo. Pause. Shout out to all 190 people watching right now. Make sure you guys hit the like button. So now that we're waiting for things to come back here, again, I can't really speak on my strategy. Anyone that watches my videos remotely probably knows my strategy anyways, but thoughts on JSN? JSN's one of those guys where I feel nothing about him. And what I mean by that is I don't feel like, wow, I need JSN. I also don't feel like if you draft JSN, you're an idiot. That's kind of my thought on things. I'm kind of middle of the road on JSN. If you take JSN, I'm fine with it. If you don't like JSN, I'm fine with it as well. That's my feeling on it. More going to be used in the run game. I agree. He is. That's what the report is saying. 12th man PPR, first pick. Any advice or starts from the 2-12-3-1 turn? I would be looking at the 2-12. If you're going Jamar Chase, I'm fine taking Chase Brown there. I would look to, in a 12-team league, start Jamar Chase, and then if there's 2 running backs you like, pick them. If not, just go wide receiver and running back at the turn. You think DK will get over 120 targets? Yes. Who you starting, Prescott or May in week 1? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who the Patriots are playing against. Patriots are playing up against the Raiders. I would probably go May. Just trust him a little more than Dak week 1. DJ Moore is always capable of uncorking a huge game. I agree. DJ Moore is a big disgrace last season, though. Anyone that drafted DJ Moore knows that did not go well. But I am confident that he is a good player. I just don't know for sure how great he's going to be. Chances on Marvin Harrison Jr. breaking out this year. Look, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. has every single ounce of talent to be a great player in fantasy football. I just worry about the fact that it's the same coaching staff as last year, which did not do him well. He was not running the correct routes. They were sending him on a bunch of go routes. It didn't make any sense at all. And Kyler's kind of meh. So, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. could break out, and I hope that he has a big year. But ultimately, I think when push comes to shove, Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't the guy that that I am fully in love with drafting this year. I'm fine picking him though. Like if you wanted him, I would pick him if you wanted him. What are your thoughts on Marvin Harrison Jr., Garrett Wilson? I'm kind of mid on Marvin Harrison. I probably have him ranked higher than most. And Garrett Wilson, I like Garrett Wilson a lot. Do you have another gig aside from being an FF genius? I used to, not right now though. So do you like Zay Flowers this year? No. Agu Rhythm. Eyes. No, I don't like Zay Flowers this year. I think Zay Flowers is going to end up being not a bust, but Zay Flowers is kind of just the guy you draft where you know he's going to finish as like a top 24 to 28 receiver. He's going to have some big games. He's going to have some down games. I don't think he really has the ability to technically win you your league just because the team runs the ball so much. And he's not like a big touchdown threat. There's a lot of guys in this offense that can score touchdowns. And he, frankly, is very low on that totem pole. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what the hell that means, algorithm. I do not speak Spanish if that is Spanish. JSN. JSN. I like to pick. JSN. Interesting. Should suspended players be able to be put in the IR, in my opinion? Yes. Yes. Some leagues allow it. Some leagues don't allow it. I think it's strictly based off platform. Like I'm on NFL. I'm pretty sure NFL allows you to. It's not something that really like bothers me at all. If you were like, yeah, I fucking don't think they should, I can find that. Oh my god, fucking Tyreek at the 4-4. What a pick. What a pick by Connor. Connor's team is fucking loaded. Malik, Jacobs, Allen, Tyreek. God damn. God damn. JMO at the 4-5. This is an interesting draft. Love your channel. Thank you. Thoughts on my team. One quarterback, one flex, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end. Kyler Fields, Kraft, Tyreek, Adams, JMO. Oh, I like your team a lot. Your team's really good. Yo, estoy español. Do you like Alvin Kamara? Yes. What about Diggs? I like him too. I found your content a few days ago. You give great info and are funny. Thank you. I appreciate that. How are you doing, Nick? Thought you were in the MIA. No, I'm in New Jersey. The land of the Sopranos. In a 10-man league at the 10 spot, you think it is a reach to grab Allen or Lamar Jackson at the 2 turn? Yeah, I do. At like 2.1, yeah. There's just so many good players at like the 2-1. In a 10-team league, like you're looking at Neighbors might be there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Puka, Achane, Nico Collins, Josh Jacob, Ashton Genty, Brian Thomas. To me, I don't know if I'd be able to pull the trigger on a quarterback that early. I would just wait. Jalen Hurts. Jalen, stop. It hurts. All right. We're almost up here. And we're going to just keep a blank face here. We're not going to say anything. George is listening in on the stream. He's spying in on us. He's like Bill Belichick. He's got the fucking... He's deflating a ball as we speak, trying to figure this out. What's your opinion on Tucker Kraft? I like him. Bringing home that championship. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am, Sydney. Sorry. Do you think you can get better value drafting running backs, wide receiver early and saving for the tight end later? Yeah, I think so. What is my Super Bowl prediction? I would say I think the Chiefs are just always going to be the Super Bowl in my opinion until they're not. So Chiefs.
Your team is now on the clock.
And George just literally swinging for the fences. What the fuck? Justin Fields is ranked at 75 on NFL. I like Justin Fields. George swinging for the fences here. All right, boys. We can get the GOAT. We can get Jahmyr Gibbs and Jahmyr Gibbs Jr. Welcome to the squad. Travion Henderson. Walmart Jahmyr Gibbs and Jahmyr Gibbs on the same team, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jerry. 12-team keeper team would you pick at pick 9? My keeper, Saquon, is my second round pick, and bdge at the 8th round pick. At 9, just go best player available. Whoever's available from the top end guys. That's who I'm taking. If you have a good running back, good wide receiver. Should I gamble with Brenton Strange being my tight end? Well, I'm fine doing that. Do you think Tay gives the gawk and gets Killer Trav in a slump? Or do you think she's a reverse Kardashian curse and makes them win the Super Bowl? That's a good question. That's a deep question. I'm not sure if I know the answer to. I'm not sure I know the answer to that. But Taylor Swift seems to be good luck. I mean, he's 1-1 in the Super Bowl. Back-to-back games. Back-to-back Super Bowl appearances with Taylor Swift. All right. So we got Gibbs, McConkey, Higgins, Travion Henderson. I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about this start. The question is, who's going to come back to me by the time I pick again? That's the question. That is the question. Do or do not. There is no try. James Conner off the board. I honestly don't know who we're looking with at this next pick. I mean, the ADP on NFL is like straight up like on crack, in my opinion. Like, why the hell is DeAndre Swift the 48th highest ranked player? Look, I'm fine with DeAndre Swift. But in the at pick 48, what's pick 48? Like what is that? The 412? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like a lot of the ADP on here is just straight up terrible. Like Chuba, that makes sense. Why the hell is Chuba not ranked higher? Chuba was buried down there. Mike Evans off the board. What's your opinion on the Packers trade? I think it helps the Packers out. I think it hurts the Cowboys. But long run, the Cowboys can end up winning that trade if Micah's kind of just meh, and then the Cowboys make some good picks. How's my 14-man roster? It's a 14-man league. I don't know why the fuck I said 12. 2 flex. Dak, Chase Brown, Bijan, Diggs, Reed, McBride, Moore, Sutton. Love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. We're about to be up on the clock here, and I know who I want. I already know who I want, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him because if Mike's looking at the sheet, I don't know if I'm going to get him. Great name. Not so many names better. Reed playing with a Jones fracture. Good luck. I think he's not talking about that Reed. Or am I crazy? Did I just read that wrong? Am I thinking someone else? Of course, Cortland Sutton goes. Of course, I get absolutely sniped. You fucking hate to see it. Can Dobbins be a legit running back in fantasy? I think so. How high would you draft Matthew Golden? I'd like to get him in the 5th round. No, dude, you don't have to take him in the 5th round. I don't think. I think you wait till 6th.
Your team is now on the clock.
Evan Ingram seems so underrated given the role. Yeah, I agree with you. Nico or Neighbors, a wide Neighbors. He's just going to be getting so many targets. Who just went? Checo. Okay. Let's make this pick here. Could go DJ Moore. I do have DJ Moore ranked 21. My highest ranked wide receiver would be DK. And this is just a classic get your guys draft for me right here. We got my guy Gibbs. We got Henderson. We got Ladd. We got Higgins. I mean, we're just getting our guys. Classic move here. Don't overthink things. Don't get cute. Let's get DK Metcalf, wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's our first flex. Probably going to get our second flex next if I had to guess. I'm thinking DK is going to have a huge year in Pittsburgh, so I'm feeling real good about our start so far. There are some real good teams, though, in this draft so far from what I have seen. So far, there have been some great teams. So let's think about what the fuck we're going to do next. 16 picks from now. We probably need to draft another running back soon because the running back value is going to dry up quickly. But at the same time, we only have to start 2 running backs every single week. So it's not a must. It is not necessarily a must with our next pick. Which size trade do you like better? MHGA and Tracy for AJ Brown? I would prefer AJ Brown. You're somehow forced to karaoke. What's the song? Karaoke? I'm just trying to think of a song that I know the most lyrics to. It's probably Motto by Drake. Trying to send team and chat. It's not coming through. Any idea why? YouTube sometimes doesn't let you. If you're trying to use some random, like if you're typing whatever these things are called, like a dash or a slash or like a tilde or something, like it just might not let you send it sometimes. Travis. Bro, Golden goes like minimum round 7. Yeah, I don't think you have to take him in round 4. I don't think so. I'm drafting in a 10th and a 16-man league. Should I draft my quarterback? Yeah, I would draft a quarterback. I don't know. In a 16-team league, I'm probably fading quarterback, but that could be a disasterful decision. I want a running back early for sure. I know that. I definitely want a running back early because the running backs are going to dry up as quick as possible in a 16-team league. Definitely want to go running back early. We got Laporta off the board. Again, this feels like a pretty normal draft. Like nothing really all that crazy has happened. Like Tyreek fell a bit. Sure. Chuba. Do I like Jacoby Myers still? No. I mean, I don't think that Jacoby Myers is necessarily like a terrible pick, but who knows if he's even going to be on the Raiders here. I'm just going to pause and unpause the draft because his computer got messed up. So, yeah, I do like Jacoby Myers, the player. I just don't know what team he's going to be on. I don't know if he's going to hold out. So, like, at ADP, I'm probably not taking him. I have him ranked wide receiver 33. I probably have to move him down slightly. But again, I don't know for sure if he's going to actually even get traded or not. And that does make it a pretty tough situation, in my opinion, for Jacoby Myers. It's weird. I probably would pass up on him at the current moment. 12-man league, 1 flex, Goff, Henry, Hampton, Neighbors, Waddle, Pickens, Kittle, Boswell. Love it. Love it. Neighbors, Henry, Hampton, McConkey, Sutton, Bo Nix, and Tyler Warren. 12-team PPR single flex. Good for week 1. That looks good. Looks good to me. Who's your top 3 fantasy analysts? I'll go by friends. We'll go Danny and Bush from the Fantasy Stock Exchange and Ron. Those are my 3 friends. I'll pick them. I talk to them all the time. So Ron Stewart, Danny and Bush from Fantasy Stock Exchange. Love those guys. 12-man PPR roster. Hurts, Kamara, Pacheco, Neighbors, BTJ, Goddard, Pickens. Valid? Yeah, it is valid. They paid Myers and will give him the option to be free agent next year. Basement. Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. Me and Ron are New Jerseyans, fellow New Jerseyans. DJ Moore, Tet. Good pick. Good pick on Tet. Good pick on Tet. Dude, I'm sweating balls. I never record this late at night anymore. I don't really do it at night. I normally am recording during the day, and it is fucking hot as hell in this room. It is hot as hell. Calvin Ridley. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Rashi Rice is sus? Is this Among Us? That was a stupid joke, I know. My first draft of the season. 15-team league. Interesting. You don't have 16, you don't have 14, you got 15. Interesting. Ended up with Gibbs, Bowers, Hampton, MHJ, Tet, Tracy, Fields, Stafford, Tillman, Hollywood. I think that's fine. I mean, 16-team leagues are always going to be a little bit more harder to judge. In an 8-team league, where do you think I should charge Nick Buka? Last season, the drafted BJ in the 15th paid off massively. In an 8-team league, yeah, round 9. I would say I agree with Daniel. Round 9. I think round 8 might be a little bit too early. Round 9. 8-team leagues, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to imagine what an 8-team board looks like. Just like off the top of my head, how many rounds? I'd probably, round 9 or 10. I hope that the Patreon app is pretty good to work with. Just subscribe. The guy helped me win my league last year. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Patreon this year, all I put out is the rankings for the offseason. Next week, probably Monday or Tuesday, I'll drop the week 1 rankings, and then I'll drop the question thread. You can, if you're a Patreon, you can just ask me questions at any time. I always answer on Patreon. I get like an alert to my phone. You also get an exclusive spot in the Discord where you can ask questions as well. You just have to link your Discord. I had to help someone do it. It's not that complicated, but if you've never used Discord before, it might be a little bit more complicated. What and how do you think about McCaffrey? Also, Jaden Blue and RJ Harvey. I think McCaffrey is a great pick inside of the first round. I think McCaffrey is going to smash. I think he could be the RB1. What I think about Jaden Blue, I think he's great late round. What I think about RJ Harvey, I think meh. Like, I think he's a good player. I question how much workload he's going to get. He is my running back number 24. He's more of a, you draft him in round 5, right? He gets picked in round 5 here. You draft him in round 5. You're hoping in a few weeks he's startable. Thoughts on Worthy? I don't love Worthy, if I'm being honest with you. Worthy's efficiency stats last year scare me hard. Should I start Dallas Goedert or Jake Ferguson week 1? I would probably play Jake Ferguson. Thoughts on when to start Matthew Golden and Bill Murrett? I think Matthew Golden is startable week 1. Bill, I don't think he's startable week 1. The Vegas numbers on Bill are pretty bad for week 1. I think his under is less than 20, over under less than 20 yards. for week 1, but I think he could easily be the RB1 on the team after a couple weeks. I was lucky and got them in round 8, my 14. I think they smash early. That makes sense. 10 seconds. Hunter. Travis Hunter. Someone's got to take Hunter. Hunter is a very interesting player because I think Hunter is incredibly talented, and I think he's going to play a lot of snaps. But something worries me about the fact that he already got banged up, and Trevor Lawrence does kind of scare me. bdge is the number 1 receiver there, obviously. Adam Thielen goes from Carolina. Coker getting those targets? I would think so. But I still think Tet McMillan is 100% the guy to have in Carolina, and I also do kind of worry about how much Xavier Legette's going to get. Think Pickens got a big season? Yes, I do. I think Pickens is going to be great this year. I think he's going to be great. Let's see here. Interesting. Jordan Addison 79, Mixon 80. Wonder where Mixon goes in this draft. I wonder who rolls the dice on Joe Mixon. 10-team league. I got CMC, Hampton, Henderson, RJ Harvey, Tyler Warren, Emeka Egbuka, Calvin Ridley, Ted McMillan. My last wide receiver was Rashad Bateman. I think I'm 1 short on wide receiver. How did this Jersey girl do? I think it did good. Yeah, I think your wide receiver core kind of questionable for early season, but once McMillan gets his legs from out under him and Emeka Egbuka, I think your team's looking real good. Opinion on how NFC North standings will end up? The NFC North. The king of the North. Probably Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings would be my guess. ETN and Ridley. I don't love ETN. I think T-Law and Liam Cohen offense could be legit breakout. You would hope so. When do you think Travion Henderson will start to break out? I think he could break out right off the jump, week 1. I think starting week 1, he can go bananas week 1. I wouldn't guarantee it, but I could see it happening. I have to make a pick in my underdog draft real quick because we are... Oh, fuck. I got sniped on... So we're going to have to take Rodgers on this team. That is so gross. Rodgers, and then we'll take Janu. Damn, that really cursed this team. I have 12 minutes to make a pick in this other draft. So I'm just going to make my picks real quick, and then we'll go back to answering the chats. From the Titans, other than Ridley, what other wide receivers will get targets? Probably the rookie, whose name is escaping my head right now. But really, just Ridley. It's kind of sad that that's how it goes. But yeah, Ridley is going to be seeing a lion's share of the touches. Let's go Sam Darnold on this team. And then we're not talking about my real team that I'm drafting right now. I'll go Jerome Ford. And I got to make one more pick in these best ball drafts. We're almost at the end of this draft. All right. Mike,
your team is
Packers
now on the clock.
Offensive stock rise. Golden, Jordan, Jacobs, and Love. They should be an offense more with Mike ending drives early. Yeah, that's true. Fucking Egbuka at the 6'8", dude. George is on my dick right now. He is on my dick. Pause. On pause. He's sniping my ass left and right. Chris Kyle over here. God damn. Take Bill here? Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. Is this the point where we take Rashi? We say, fuck it. We ball. We go Rashi. Round 6. 6-game sussy for Rashi. Nah, we'll go Rome Dunze. We'll go Rome. Win in Rome. We'll go Rome Dunze. Yeah, it's Elric Amor. That's who it is. NFL question. Are people around you just quitting / assuming and hoping that Jaden Daniels has a down year? I don't think anyone is assuming that. I don't know anyone that's talking badly about Jaden Daniels. Should I start Golden over either Waddle or Pickens? No, I wouldn't. I would wait. Who do you think is the top wide receiver 2 in the league? In my opinion, it's Devontae Adams. I love Egbuka. Yeah, I love Egbuka as well. Do I start Quinshawn? Do I stash Quinshawn? Look, if you stash Quinshawn, all you're doing is you're holding him until the start of the season, and then you have to cut him after week 1. If you're going to stash him, you have to cut him after week 1. You cannot possibly hold him for longer than that. You just can't. All right. Yeah, I like look, I think Quinshon Judkins is good, but even if he does come back, it's not even a guarantee that they even utilize him week 1. Jim, I'm not gonna answer that question until I make my next pick. Or until later, I guess. All right. Who are we gonna draft here next? I'm interested to see who comes back to us. Interested to see who comes back to us. Running backs are starting to dwindle quickly, but it's okay. I believe in the running backs that we got. I believe in the running backs that we got. I believe in the wide receivers we got. Interesting to see who's going to fall to us here. Yeah, I love Pearsall. Love him. But I'm not going to pick him here, even if he falls back to me. I'm not picking him. Or am I? Who knows? All right. I feel like I really like our team. I really, really like the team that we drafted so far. I feel pretty good about it. Thoughts on draft strategy in the league with only 3 bench spots? My thoughts in that is if it only has 3 bench spots, which is weird, in my opinion, I do think that's kind of weird. Your starting lineup matters significantly more because you can't just hold a bunch of depth. So in that kind of scenario, I'm probably trying to draft an elite quarterback or an elite tight end. One of the
Your team is now on the clock.
I typically wouldn't do in like a 12-team league. That would be my opinion. Who just went? Tyrone Tracy. That's fine. That's not who we wanted. That is not who we wanted. At some point, we probably should take Rashee Rice here. But we already have Metcalf. We have Rome. We have T. We have Ladd. So we're just going to take Mark Andrews, get him on both of our teams. We got an elite tight end. I like this draft a lot. Our RB3 is going to be bad, but I like this draft a lot. How do you feel about Christian McCaffrey at the 7th pick in a 10-team full PPR draft? Would you get him at receiver, get a receiver in the 2nd, or get a wide receiver? I'd be fine drafting Christian McCaffrey with the 7th pick and then just take a wide receiver in the 2nd round. What do you think about the Lions defense for fantasy football? My opinion on defenses in fantasy football is always going to remain the same. I want to draft, and it says my connection's unstable, so I'm not going to I'm not going to go super in depth with this until it goes away and says that we're good. So I apologize if my stream's lagging. I don't know if it is, but I apologize if it is. And then we'll go live. Oh no, it's not lagging. It's all good. Okay. So my opinion on defenses in fantasy football is simple. I don't care about how good the defense really is. All I care about is their matchup. So the Lions, whoever they're playing in week 1, if the Lions have a hard matchup, it's a no-go for me. The Lions, week 1, play up against the Packers, so that would be a no-go for me. That would be a no-go. It's good, okay. Yeah, on my end, it said it was unstable. You a gamer? I am not. I would say that, yes, I do play video games, but I wouldn't consider myself to be a gamer. I think I used to be. I used to play a lot of video games. As an adult, I don't really play as if like I'm a super, the most adult guy around. I do have a PS5. I got an Xbox and a PC, but this is my PS5 controller. I've been playing that Mafia video game, the new one. It's pretty fun, even though a lot of people shit on it. This team looks exactly like how I went my money league. Went Gibbs, Brown, Ladd, Daniels, T with my first 5 picks. I appreciate that. Glad you liked it. Top 3 video games. My favorite video games of all time are Red Dead Redemption, the original. Probably Black Ops 2. And then I really like the original Spider-Man game. I don't know if you Spider-Man 1 on PS4. I don't know if you already touched on this, but what is your opinion on the Parsons trade? My opinion is Parsons, I thought was going to get moved for 3 picks. He gets moved for 2. It's a win for the Packers. It's an L for the Cowboys. Does Hampton lose value with Najee back? I mean, in a way, he kind of does, but not enough to be like for me to be like, oh, you're a fucking idiot if you draft Hampton. I still like Hampton a lot because I don't think Najee coming back. Look, the guy hasn't been in training camp at all. Like he's coming back, he has one eye. Like I don't know how much of an impact he's going to play. Do you like Pollard? Yes, I do. Nice. How do you feel about Brees Hall at the 501? At the 501, I would be in love with that. I would be in love with that. You typically have to draft him in the 3rd round, which is where Kevin got him in this league, which I think is fine. I almost had the same draft as the 5th pick. I took Gibbs, Drake, London, Trey over T. Thanks T. Henderson, DK, and Ted McMillan. Respect. Red Dead Redemption is fire. I agree. Red Dead. I played Red Dead. I got it the day it came out, the original. Got the second one the day it came out. I even played Red Dead Revolver, the old school game, on the PS2. Would you start Pacheco over Hampton week 1? Yeah, I would. I would. Just think Pacheco is the safer bet for week 1. Like on my team, I'm going out there with Pacheco. I mean, with Henderson. He's my RB2. He's playing on my team in week number 1. Oh my God, I forgot to tell Connor it was his pick. Wait. That was my fault. I have to tell Connor it's his pick. That's my fault. Your pick. That's my fault. All right, my bad. Sorry about that. Would you start Pacheco over Hampton week 1? No, I'd play Hampton. Yeet will always yeet on the vids. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoy. All right. All right. We'll always. All right. How are we feeling about my team so far? Chances of Tank Bigsby becoming the RB1 of the Jags, I think it's pretty high. I wouldn't say it's a lock though. Yo, what's up? What's up, Spock? How you doing? How you doing? There we go. Waddle. What's up, Spock? What up with it? How you guys doing? You guys liking my team so far? My team name is Waddle. You doing, step bro? I think I need a new name because we don't got Waddle. We got Lad. We got yes. Let's see here. You like my receivers? I like my receivers too. Pollard or Hampton and PPR Hampton. I got Run, Harvey, and JK. I feel like I should move one. Just hold both for now. Finn's record this year, I'd say 9-8. Waddle got taken after Cooper Kupp. That's crazy. That's not that surprising. For a home league. Waddled away until the very next day. Yeah, my dad's team is all the way at the end. Interesting draft so far, honestly. Eckler goes in the 7th round. I don't know about that. Why the fuck is no one in this league taking Rashee Rice? Eventually, someone's go with never gonna gives you up. Never gonna gives you up. Never gonna let you down. I might just go with T. Higgins. I gotta think of a good name. The name is the most important part of the fantasy team. I'm trying to think of what my other team names were last year. League. Jalen Stop It Hurts was one of my team names last year. Buddy at 5 has a real nice team. Let me see. Yeah, I do like Georgia's team. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really like AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown's really good. I just don't like him for fantasy. All right. How has everyone's night been? We've been doing this draft since 8. It is now 9:10. What's up, Nick? I also drafted Lad early, was catching heat from the people for that. Seems some good people are all in or out on Lad. Good luck this season. Thank you, Jay. And yeah, I get why people don't like Lad, right? Because when you talk about Lad McConkey, you're talking about how Lad is on a team that's notoriously run heavy and they bring in Keenan Allen, right? Not the team isn't notoriously run heavy, but the head coaches. So the reason why people don't like him is because they also bring in Keenan Allen. So people are gonna just panic, right? They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't draft Lad because of that." Even though I think Lad's gonna be fine, he had a very strong end to last season, which to me very heavily indicates that he's going to break out in his second year. I liked what I saw on the field. He seemed like he was getting open. And it seems like Justin Herbert really likes him. So I am happy to have drafted him there. I told you guys to take him last year. If you did, you were happy about it. And I'm fine chasing him up the board into the second round now. So I think that's a fine pick in the second round. I think there was some type of an argument to be made for me to have went with a quarterback instead of Lad. Or yeah, that was kind of the only thought process I had was either Lad or Josh Allen. That was what I was thinking there. And again, I don't really love going quarterback super early in a 12-team league. Got the Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah, make sure you guys do join the Discord. I hope that the graphics I've been putting onto the screen have been helping boost the Discord. It seems like there's way more people in the Discord joining compared to last season because I have been putting it on the screen. It's going to stay on the screen throughout the season. It's going to be on the screen throughout the season too. So I hope people do join. I drafted Tank Bigsby in his rookie year. My team name was Clay Tank Bigsby. The Chappelle Show. We saw what Lad did. Yeah. Why is Ricky Pearsall still going round 7? He was normally going to like round 8 or 9. So I think 7 is kind of his new spot. Who would you trade AJ Brown for? I would be looking to try to get someone who doesn't really know ball that thinks that AJ Brown is worse than Drake London. Like I try to get Drake London or McConkey. McConkey Kong. Good fancy name for Bijan. Bijan. I don't know, honestly. I'm not great at knowing like what to name my fantasy team unless I like look it up. I look up a bunch of videos on like the funniest a bunch of things on the funniest team name. Like Devon A Train's a funny name if you've watched that one TV show. I'm liking my team a decent amount. The one thing I really you have AJ Brown and Lad. Okay. We have 160 members now. It's awesome. That is awesome. Hopefully we can get to 200 by the start of the season. No, it's fine. It's fine. I can read, just so you know, I can read. I type terribly, like on my phone. So I get what you're saying. I can read perfectly what you say. As long as you feeling up my cousin's paws. I saw one that was uncircumcised Penix. That was a funny ass name. They hit the second Bauer. I thought was pretty funny too. So yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Penix Envy. I have AJ Brown, T, Devonta, and JMO starting for me. AJ Brown. I have no idea how many likes the stream has. I can't see it on StreamYard. I cannot see it on StreamYard. Circumcised Penix. Tyler Warren. Jerry Jeudy. All right. All right. All right. That's my name in the Notorious League one. That's funny. 32 likes? What the hell, guys? We need more. We need like 50 at least. Come on. Hit the like button, please. Like and subscribe. Facts. Let's pump those numbers up. Rookie numbers. Facts. What's up, Kicks? How you doing, man? I really wanted fucking Bo Nix, man. That sucks. I was hoping for Bo. Smash that like button. Facts. Judkins goes. Yeah, see, again, I think people are really fumbling the bag when it comes to Judkins, man. I don't know about Judkins in the 8th round. I just don't think he's even going to play this season.
Your team is now on the clock.
And yeah, like the running backs are weak at this point. See, the problem here is I don't want to take another receiver, but I have to. I just have to. I didn't even want to pick him, but I have to. If you're going to let me get fucking Rashee Rice in the 8th round, I'm going to take him. I don't have a quarterback yet. My running back depth is weak as fuck. But when Rashee Rice comes back, maybe we could trade Rashee Rice for a running back. Hopefully. As a Broncos fan, I love it. Maybe we can try. I'm shocked Rice fell to you. Still have a pick. Yeah, no, see, I get it though, because it's so hard to take Rashee Rice like in the 4th round, in my opinion, when he's going to miss the first 6 games. Then he comes back. Then he's not guaranteed to play good for the next couple games because he could be rusty. So now you're in a scenario where like week 7 comes around, you're so excited to start him, but you probably don't want to, even though you do want to, because it's not an easy projection. And then fucking Brock Purdy goes. Fuck. Do you think Nix and Ingram is too early at the 7-1? No, I don't think so. Damn. All right, so we maybe should have taken Brock Purdy because that's actually who I wanted, but it is what it is. I think we had, and again, like I feel kind of stupid taking Mark Andrews here where I did at the 7-4, knowing that I'm still on the clock. Like Ingram's still available. So that's just kind of how things go, right? Sometimes you can't read the room correctly. Fucking Bill Nye, the science guy, goes, which is also who I was looking at. Rice will be fresh. I hope so. I'm loving how you can get the chat on the screen now. That's a great addition from the StreamYard guys. Dak, here we come. Yeah, here we go. Kyler's still on the board. Dude, I love Kyler Murray. I don't know if I will ever take Kyler Murray again. I've taken him in best ball. What level running back would you try to get for Rashee Rice? Well, when Rashee Rice comes back and he's playing at his top, you could probably get like a legitimately top 24 running back type of guy. But right now, like if my friends didn't take him and let me take him in the 8th round, like he has no value right now in this league for like a running back. Got CD at pick 9 last night. I was able to get Purdy in the 10th. Yeah, Purdy. I mean, a lot of my friends are able to look at my rankings because they all bought them, and I have Purdy ranked very high, so I didn't think Purdy. Murray will have his best year yet. I hope so. I legitimately hope that Kyler Murray has a good year. I just don't have the balls to draft him. Evan Ingram, great pick. That's a great pick. Joe Mixon still available. The short King Kyler still available. I think we're just in a scenario where we're straight up punting the quarterback position. We are just punting it off and hoping that something works out later. That's probably the smart idea at this point. See, the thing is, though, John, he's not going to be available in round 14. I'll tell you that much. He is not going to be available in round 14. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bench spots left. We still need our kicker, defense, a quarterback. Justin Fields, thoughts? I like Justin Fields, but he went way earlier. His ADP is super high on here. He went at pick 80, which I honestly like. I would not pick him there, but I do like Justin Fields a lot. All the suspended guys.
Your team is now on the clock.
Fuck, man. The running backs are looking weak. Weak as hell. The problem here is I feel like someone that I actually want is going to be really buried down here, so I don't want to scroll too far. Could just go quarterback here, get it shirt up, have a QB1. But by the time we pick again, the running backs are going to be gross. Let's go. Fuck. Goff. Fuck Goff. We'll go Goff. Goff's just always a safety net, in my opinion, so we went Goff. I don't know about. I honestly, if we're just gonna get iced out at running back, we can just spam the running back button after this. So I wanted to get Goff. I don't think Goff would have came back to us. People are taking running backs left and right. You just gotta zig when people are zagging, right? That's the smart move. That's what Kevin said in our vlog. He said you gotta zig when they're zagging. He's correct. Puka at 111 seems a little gross. How many games did he miss last year? I think Puka, dude. I think Puka at the 111 is a great pick. Puka Nakua player profiler. He missed 6 games last year. Played 17 games his first season. I will never draft a guy whose name is Jagoff. I get it. I get it. Keeper was BTJ. Receivers BTJ, CD, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, and Buka. Oh, man. That's stacked, Sim. That's a stacked team right there. Jaden Riley Reed coming off the board. Goff is at least a competent passer for the league. Goff is pretty underrated, but he's never going to be like, in my opinion, when I take Goff, I'm kind of just acknowledging he's going to be anywhere from like quarterback 8 to 12. Like, Goff's never going to really win me my league. Like, that pick isn't like a league winning selection. He just kind of stays water. He keeps his head above the water and he's good enough for you. Jared Goff's really never going to completely screw my team over, but I'm not going to be winning most games because Jared Goff played well, right? The reason why I'd be winning was probably because like Metcalf, Adunze, T. Higgins, and Lad McConkey went fucking bananas, right? That's probably why I win my game, right? Not because Goff goes crazy. Now, this is a team where I would consider taking a second quarterback. I probably won't, but this is a deeper bench where you have 6 bench spots. When you have 5 bench spots, I would find it hard to draft a second one. But I also have Rashee Rice, who's going to go my IR because he's suspended. So drafting another quarterback would also make sense because I can just keep him on my bench while Rashee Rice is on the IR. Michael Pittman. Interesting. Oh. Goff is at least a competent passer for the league. AJ Brown for McBride. I drafted Njoku and already have Gibbs and Ladd. Jared Goff was ranked 15th in the NFL top 100. Yeah. Fuck. Jared Goff was ranked 15th in the NFL top 100. Yeah, Goff does have crazy weapons. RBs, Genty, Kyron, and Pollard full PPR can start 4 wide receivers with flexes. I like that. I like that. You like that? Yeah, at some point Mixon had to go. This is the point where I think it's like I don't love Mixon, but at some point someone's got to take him. It's funny is Mixon's going to be either a league winner or a league loser. I don't think it's any like median outcome. Like he's coming back. Either he comes back week 5 and wins your league, or he never comes back. It's one or the other. Is Baker Mayfield a 6.5 a reach? No, not in my opinion. Dude, I'm sweating my ass off down here. Sweating profusely. The Andrews pick got you. Bo Nix there with Evan Ingram, then Rice. Yeah, I know. The Andrews pick got you. Bo Nix there, then Evan Ingram, then Rice. Debo. I don't know what I want to do with my later picks. If I want to go wide receiver with my next pick. Mark Andrews, 12 touchdown season coming. I can see it. How are we feeling about Gibbs, Kyron, Drizzy Drake, Marvin Harrison? And I would love that start. Would love it. You think I did? I took, yeah, I think that's a good pick with Rice as later it goes. Going Baker in the 6th round. I got that. That's fair. I like Baker a lot. Now the problem is I want to be searching for players like just to see who's available. But the problem is if I scroll past someone, then like one of my friends might notice who I'm looking at. So I'm kind of Kind of just waiting till I'm on the clock to like actually make a true assumption. Why the hell is how high up is this guy ranked? Oh my gosh. I guess I saw Janu Smith and thought he was Darren Waller. Oh no, never mind. Darren Waller is ranked super high. Why the hell is Darren Waller ranked in the top 150? That's crazy. That is crazy. I got Justin Fields around 10. I like that. Bill, yeah, Bill already went, sadly. Bill, not the science guy, already off the board. My dad took Tank. My dad's team's looking pretty good. I don't think my dad knows though that Jacoby Myers might not be a Raider. He's not as locked in as he should be. He's got 10 seconds. Took Godwin. Someone's eventually going to take Godwin. I mean, that's kind of the thing with a player like Godwin. Someone's going to fall on the grenade. Someone's going to do it. Would it be me? No, Charbonnet. Fuck. Yeah, I did see that. That was so funny. I saw the video where someone took Brian Robinson instead of Bijan Robinson. I saw where someone took Luke McCaffrey instead of Christian McCaffrey. That was pretty funny too. There's not a lot of names that are truly that easy to mess up though. I'm trying to think if I've seen any other ones where someone just drastically fucked it up. My friend took Trevor instead of Travis Etienne. All right. You're up in 50 seconds. Bro, someone in my league took Ashton Genty at 104. See, look, would I do that? No, but I get it. I get why people like Genty a lot. I think Genty could easily be the RB1, but I think at that pick, you just kind of take the layup that's given to you, right? When you're drafting that early on, there's really no need to reach, right? You just take the layup. You take Gibbs, right? Maybe Gibbs isn't there. Maybe Lamb is there. Barkley's there. Jefferson's there. It's just a layup. It's just a safe pick. The first 6 picks, in my opinion, sure, one of these guys could get hurt, right? I'm not rooting for injury, but it's possible. Someone could blow their knee out, right? Someone could blow their knee out. Someone could, something crazy could happen to them. But on paper, if you just project, hey, all these guys are going 17 games, these are the safest bets on the clock, right? These are the safest bets. I took Gibbs at 105, but Jefferson fell to 107. Yeah, I mean, if someone's going to take Genty in the top 5, then one of those guys is going to fall outside the top 6. It will happen. I'm doing Superflex for the first time this year tomorrow with pick 5. Commish made passing touchdown 3 points instead of 4. Does that change anything? What the fuck? Only 3 points? That does change things. Smash the like button fast. Yeah, you still want to draft a quarterback. You still want 2 quarterbacks, but that are good, but that does change things. That's kind of stupid, in my opinion. And it does make rushing quarterbacks more important. 100%. Like, if you're an early pick, you probably want to get Lamar if Lamar falls to you, or Josh Allen. My non-Superflex league had Allen at the 101. Respect. Respect to them. Respect to them. My non-Superflex league had Allen at the 101. That's good. They starting taking kickers and defense round 10. I knew they were donating money. What the heck is this? Adaptive draft rank. Why the hell would you pay for an adaptive draft rank? I was able to get St. Brown and Neighbors in my PPR 10-man league. Nice. Very Very nice. Bro, I'm so thirsty. I haven't drank water at all during the stream. I'm drowning.
Your team is now on the clock.
Marvin Mims. What up, everyone? What's up, Big Al? All right, we're up. We're up. We need running backs. We are dying for a running back right now. I don't love Scattaboo. Scattaboo would be a fine pick here. I think Tracy's clearly the lead back there, but at some point, like when I just have Gibbs and Henderson, like it's just a smart move to get a guy that I think has the upside to become the RB1. I don't think he will, though, but he could. Ramondre would be a good pick if I didn't have Henderson. What's up, Adam? I'm not going to be taking Henderson. Javonte, I just want nothing to do with Javonte. You know what? Take Chubb. We'll take Chubb. I knew he was buried down there. You guys see how I did that right there? I didn't even bring his name up the whole time. Even though I looked, I saw he was down there. We took Chubb. We're taking the Chubb. Cameron. Wait, what'd you say? Was it something about the flock league? I did not get into the flock league. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, the fan guy seemed nice though. Yeah, I know what you mean. I thought I could have gotten in, but my video wasn't the best, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord. Cameron Dicker get drafted round 3 yesterday. Scattaboo likely to get the goal line action. He could. Tyrone Tracy is more healthy, though. He'll probably be the guy. But look, if something happens to Tracy, Scattaboo could be a league winner. B-Rob is the best pick here. Upside. I see. The problem is, I'm going to be honest, I don't think B-Rob is the clear handcuff to McCaffrey. I think if McCaffrey goes down, multiple things happen. McCaffrey's hurt, so then it's B-Rob and Garendo. I don't think it's just going to be B-Rob, in my opinion. So ideally, hope Daniels or Hurts falls me at the 105. Yeah, yes, I agree with that. In full PPR with a super flex. Tyrone Tracy, 1,000-yard rusher. I think it's possible. I like Tracy a lot. I have him in best ball, a lot of my best ball drafts. So I hope that's what happens with him. We'll probably take Scattaboo if he comes back to us. Probably, but that's not a guarantee. Could take. I'm not even going to say who I'm going to take, actually. Not even going to say it. Not even going to mention his name. Darnell Mooney. That's a good pick. We definitely need some more wide receivers, too. I'm not taking a backup quarterback or tight end in this draft. I'm going to move my microphone closer to me. You know what's annoying? My microphone has been kind of like hanging on. I've had this microphone for a long time and the stand's a little bit messed up. And today I went to go record and I moved the microphone closer and the whole fucking stand collapsed right onto my keyboard. It was a tough scene. It was a very, very tough scene. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you're in the stream, if you're enjoying the stream. Now, the question is, did the guy that I want already go? Did he go like rounds ago? I'm not saying his name until, like, I'm not even going to try to type in his name. He might have already went. He could have went rounds ago, and I'm just blind. But I think the guy I want is still available. I think he is. I think they drafted Scattaboo to utilize him and Tracy. Yeah, I see. I think so, too. But with him being hurt for a while, I think it really is Tracy's backfield to lose. I mean, they said it was going to be 70-30. So that's kind of what I've seen the plan is. I like how they still have Deontay Johnson ranked so high and Jalen McMillan. It's like whoever the fuck makes the rankings on like NFL, Yahoo, ESPN, they're just like asleep at the wheel. They have no idea what they're doing. Like some of these rankings are straight up players. So the guy that I wanted is 100% gone. There's no way he hasn't been drafted yet. Yeah, no, he got drafted in the 7th round. I was thinking Matthew Golden was still available. Think Amari Cooper could produce this season? No, not even in the slightest. I think for Amari Cooper, you're just drafting him strictly because his name's Amari Cooper. That's why I drafted him, because his name's Amari Cooper. He's not good anymore. He's not good. Now, even if Jacoby Myers gets traded, I think it's very likely that Jack Besh or one of the other receivers there has a good season. I think Amari Cooper's a big waste of time, and I think a lot of people are going to fall for that trap. I think it's possible. Is Keon Coleman a breakout sleeper? I mean, I'm fine drafting Keon Coleman where he is. I have him ranked pretty low. Like, I'm not super into drafting Keon Coleman. He's my wide receiver 57. But
Your team is now on the clock.
that range where you're talking about him, like, you could rank him as like the wide receiver 40, and I wouldn't, be that off of that ranking. So we're back up here. Got Ramondre just got taken. Like, eventually we're just gonna have to take Scatterboo, right? Like, eventually. There's no other running backs really available here. There is a guy that I want, though, and I think I'm just going to take him ahead of him. I always say this. Get the guy that you want in your fantasy draft. That's what I always do. That's my goal of fantasy drafts, is to draft my guy, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draft my guy. So I'm going to get my guy, and we're going to draft Ollie Gordon. I don't have Ollie Gordon. I don't think he's the highest ranked running back still available in my rankings. I do normally draft straight up just off my rankings. No, I do have him. I have him ranked above Scatterboo, so we'll go Ollie Gordon here. If Devon Achane gets hurt, I think Ollie Gordon has legitimate league-winning upside. Yeah, I agree with you on that too. I think Tootin and Algier both are good bench stashes. I would agree with that. Thornton, the clear one. I think Thornton could be the one. Yeah. Could be the one. Oh. Jaden Higgins goes off the board. Gordon, definitely better option with Achane injury prone. See, I don't think Achane's necessarily actually injury prone, but I do like I do like Gordon just as like a upside flyer. Caleb goes. 49ers defense. On the one. Oh. Caleb. I think we're gonna go running back. We needed another receiver because Rashee Rice is going on the IR. We need another receiver next, probably. Heavy naturals. What a quote. Gordon, definitely. Who do you think is the next NFL star to be traded? That's a good question. That is a good question. I could see Tyreek getting traded. Probably would be Tyreek. If the Dolphins start off really bad, I could see Tyreek getting shipped off. Now, I don't think he will actually get traded, but I could see it. He's probably the best guess off the top of my head. The next star, right? You're not just talking about like some random ancillary piece, right? Maybe like Jacoby Myers isn't a star. He'd probably be the most likely next guy to get traded, but he's not really a star. Whereas, Tyreek is a star. Hill back to KC, I don't think so. I think Hill would be more likely to get traded to I don't even know where actually. I would hate if he went back to the Chiefs personally because I still think Tyreek's good. That's my genuine opinion on him. I think Tyreek Hill is a good player. So, and I think people are going to be very surprised with what he does this year. And I almost wish I took him, but I just didn't have the balls to do it when I already have Tyreek on a different fantasy team. So I like this team. This team's a lot different than the other team that I drafted, my super flex team. So we got different guys. So if someone gets whacked on one team, both my teams, the ship ain't sinking. I got another draft Saturday, got another draft Sunday, and then I got a draft Tuesday or Wednesday. Should be a fun time. Don't think I'm going to stream again, if I'm being honest with you guys, until next Thursday before kickoff. I'm definitely not going to be able to stream our subscriber league draft because I'm not going to be home, which I do wish I could have streamed it, but my friend's having a party. I figured I would go to that, because once the football season starts, I kind of go MIA, missing in action. So, do you ever draft backup running backs to your starter running backs? A lot of the time, I don't, but it depends on who it is, right? Like if you took McCaffrey and you're like, okay, I need the insurance policy, you take his backup, okay, that's fine, right? And I agree with what Spock says, the high quality and if it's on a good team, right? Like if you take Kenneth Walker and you want to draft Charbonnet, I get it, right? But look, I took Gibbs. I'm not taking David Montgomery in round 5. For instance, I don't know if he went in round 5 in this draft, right? But round 5, I'm not doing that, right? It really just depends on who the backup is. Like if I took Bijan and you wanted to take Algier, I think that's fine. Having Tyreek on my team during the 1,700-yard season made every Sunday a blast. Yeah. The Tyreek is one of the few players in the NFL that any given week legitimately can turn a loss to a win. And what I mean by that is he is one of the few players that you could be down bad. It's Monday Night Football. He scores 40 fantasy points. Again, is he always going to score 40 fantasy points? Of course not, but he's one of the few players. He's like Jamar Chase, right? Like a guy that can completely alter your week, completely shift the week. He's one of a few guys that can really do that. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or some other guys that can do that. Now, obviously, any player can pull the rabbit out the hat and have that, but I'm talking about like Tyreek Hill could do that a couple times a season. So can Jamar Chase. Like Malik Neighbors could score 30+ points in 3 games, and it wouldn't surprise me. Some of these guys are just that elite. So we're back up in 6 picks. It's going to be interesting to see who's available. That's life. I am not going to lie. When these drafts take a while, I do feel my brain slowly dwindling away as I do this on stream. If I was just sitting there in real life, it wouldn't affect me at all. I'd be perfectly fine right here. But when it is a online draft, it's a little bit different because I'm just kind of talking to myself. I'm yapping to myself. Trey Benson goes. Kind of hoping he might come back to us. Janu's ranked pretty high on here, and I kind of agree with that. Like, I think people are sleeping on Janu Smith. I don't think he's going to do what he did last year, but Arthur Smith really likes Janu Smith, and I feel like he could be a very safe valve for Rodgers. Again, I'm not saying like Janu's going to be a top 5 tight end. I have him ranked as my tight end 16. Like, I think that's fair. How much of an impact is Ibuka having this year? Realistically, a lot of impact. If Godwin goes, if he's gone for 5-6 games, like realistically, Ibuka is going to cement himself as the clear wide receiver 2 on this team. Same situation with Gibbs. Monty went round 4. Melly Gibbs goes down. I'm just fucked. Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about that, honestly. Like, it is what it is. A lot of the time in my drafts, I'm not drafting my backup running back just because I'd rather take someone else's backup running back, right? I'd rather not have Walker, have Charbonnet. Walker goes down. Now I have a league winner, right? Now, again, I'm not rooting for anyone to get hurt. I'm not rooting for injuries. But that's just kind of how I think about it. Smash the like button. Facts. At his peak, it was like 39.5 in a single quarter. Yeah, dude. Tyreek Hill, like some of these guys, the amount of points they could score quickly is crazy. You remember that game a couple years ago where Tyreek, I think he had 219 yards and 2 touchdowns, I think in the first quarter. Does anyone remember that? I forgot who they were playing against. Tyreek Hill, first quarter.
Your team is now on the clock.
7 receptions, 203 yards, and 2 touchdowns in 2020, becoming the first receiver to ever put up that 200+ yards in any quarter. I don't remember who it was against, though, but that was what he did. That was up against, I don't know, Tampa Bay. It was up against the Bucks. He went crazy against them. All right, we're back up here. Sorry about that. We were yapping. We got a bunch of running backs. We need a receiver. And we need it bad. We need someone that's going to play a piece, could be in this lineup week 1 if we needed them. I like Trey Harris, but let's go Josh Palmer. I don't think Josh Palmer is going to end up being the wide receiver 1 in Buffalo, but I think it's possible enough for me to be fine taking him there. I was considering the Mario Douglas, and he goes right after me. Marv did it against the Rams, yeah. It was against the Bucks. One quarterback caught his own pass that was blocked. It ran in for a touchdown. A lot of points at one play. It was Mariota. In the play, if you're talking about in the playoffs, it was Mariota. I think another quarterback has done that too. I remember Mariota did that against the Chiefs in the playoffs. I was watching that with my friends, and I was just shocked that happened. That was like 2017, maybe. Remember how hyped Mariota was? What a shame that really is. Because I thought coming out of college, Mariota was going to be like this crazy legit quarterback. I thought the same thing about Jameis, but I feel like Jameis, that take was correct. Jameis was really good. He just kind of couldn't stop throwing 8 million picks. So we ended up with that. Yeah, I like Thornton. But at this point, you're just kind of taking it. Yeah, was Josh Allen versus my Niners. Yeah, didn't he throw the ball, though, and then they threw it back to him? Like someone caught it and they lateraled it to him in that snow game? I don't even remember. Yeah, he just got stuck on the Titans. Yeah, but even then, once he was on Atlanta, he wasn't good either. Wandale goes. Interesting. Interesting. We're super deep in this draft, so it's probably just going to be, it's just straight up upside picks from here on out. That's the way that I think about things. There's probably going to be someone buried. It was Amari Cooper. It might have been. That game was the game where McCaffrey got hurt. That's what I remember about that game. I remember that touchdown. I don't remember exactly what happened. I remember McCaffrey getting hurt, and I remember that hurting really bad. Now I'm just trying to figure out like if someone's really buried down here because again, a lot of the times on these websites like ESPN and stuff, there's just going to be someone that is buried way down in the rankings that you actually want on your team. Always on a website like this. Always. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find anyone though. I don't think the rankings are that bad that there's someone like all the way down here. Pain either way. The get goes. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you with I don't really like Trey Harris. I do like Trey Harris, the player. I just don't think he's going to do anything now that Keenan Allen's there. Isaac Tesla. Back on top in June. We'll probably take another receiver and then a running back to close this draft off. We could take a backup quarterback. I thought more quarterbacks would go in this draft, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I thought that more people would be picking up 2 quarterbacks, but that really hasn't happened yet, but it still could happen. When I did my draft last week, Keenan Allen was ranked 2,500. Yeah, someone drafted Keenan Allen already. Yeah, someone already took Keenan. Yeah, the rankings are always off on these websites. Like, that's why Sleeper is 100% the most accurate. Like, in terms of actual rankings, like where it actually makes sense where guys go. At least compared to like NFL, ESPN, Yahoo. Like, look at the quarterback rankings right now. Like, Anthony Richardson is ranked out of Bryce Young, JJ McCarthy.
Your team is now on the clock.
Play this year, at least early on. All right, so we'll go another wide receiver. Pat Bryant's definitely still available. Is Thornton still available? We're gonna go Thornton. Thornton, here's a who. Hopefully could become the wide receiver 1 if something happens to Jacoby Myers and he gets traded. Travis Hunter getting a pick 6 in the next 3 years over under. Also, Travis Hunter playing only offense in his first NFL game over under. I think Travis Hunter getting a pick 6 in the next 3 years. I think that's 100% going to happen. I would say I guess not 100% right because he could be playing more offense than we think, but I'd say that would be like -3, -500, -600 in favor of him doing it. And then him playing only offense in his first live NFL game. Look, again, I think he's going to get a couple snaps on defense. Like, I think he's going to play way more offense than we expect and way less defense than a lot of people expect. Yeah, they do, Macklin. They literally have a Rich. Like, he's going to be coming out the gate like fucking, I don't even know. Like, they think he's gonna beat up Daniel Jones in the locker room like some WWE sketch and take over. Yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord. I mean, my friends are blowing up my DMs right now. Blowing up the DMs. Man, I'm sweating right now. I gotta think of a video idea for tomorrow. We'll obviously do a mock draft in the morning. then a video idea in the afternoon. We're at the point where most people probably have already. A lot of people have probably already done their drafts or they're about to do their drafts. So that's why Friday is going to be the last day of off-season content. In prior years, I would do all the way through Sunday, and not as many people cared on Saturday or Sunday. Like they were just they've already done their draft, or they don't need another fucking video, right? They're just looking for week 1 stuff. I hope Trevor has a good year. I hope Trevor does too. Trevor has been very much a letdown, in my opinion. Now, it's not like Trevor has been like dreadful, right? He hasn't been awful, but when you compare Trevor to what we probably thought that he would be, it is kind of bad, right? It is kind of bad. It's pretty bad. That's what all the people say. Yes, sir. I'm excited for that. Yeah, Trevor loves London, man. Trevor loves London. All right, let's see here. Luther Burden goes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence hasn't been gifted the best situation. I agree with that. I'm honestly excited for the drafts to get done with. Not that I don't enjoy doing the drafts. I do enjoy doing the drafts. And I'm not really talking about our draft specifically. I'm talking just more about in general. Like, I'm just ready for the season to start. Like, at some point, probably like the beginning of this week, it starts to hit me like I just want the games to be played. Like, there's only so much I could say about every single player. Like, if you watched 5 of my videos, you probably, like, especially if you're watching the mock drafts, you just know who I like. You know all the takes. So it's kind of hard to, I don't lie in the videos. Like, I don't fucking magically pull out some player that I don't like and I act like I like them. I don't do that. Unless I did actually change my opinion. I'm pumped for week 1. Me too. I'm very excited for week 1. I like that it starts Thursday and Friday. That's very fun. NFL week 1. First game's Cowboys Eagles. Then on Friday is Chiefs Chargers. And then Sunday starts off at 1 o'clock. I'm excited for the Dolphins game. And the reason why I'm so excited for it is because I will know in week 1, are the Dolphins going to ruin my year or not? Because if they lose to Daniel Jones in week 1, I can assure you I will have nothing positive to say about the team as a whole. But I'll still like the offense probably, but I won't say anything positive about the actual team. Get to the start sit questions. Yeah, the start sit questions are fun. They are. I took Rams defense. I agree. I like the Rams defense a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, the Bills-Ravens game is going to be fun. Monday Night Football, I think, is a good game, too. That's Vikings-Bears. Should be fun. It's going to be a fun season, hopefully. Hopefully a great season for us. Dude, my phone is blowing up off the hook, and I muted the fucking Twitter chat, and it's still going crazy. It's still going crazy. It does not care. How do you feel about Genty 108 in a keeper league and Worthy in general? I don't love Worthy, but I'm fine with Genty at the 108 if you want to take him there.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, we're up here. The Eagles just went. We're not taking a defense until last 2 picks. We only have 4 running backs, so I think the smart pick is probably just taking another high upside running back. Samson. We'll just go Dylan Sampson. And then we'll go kicker and defense with our last 2 picks. And we already know who we're going with for our defense. Kicker is a much larger question at hand here. We're probably not going to get a great kicker, if I had to guess. A couple have already went. My dad reached and took Aubrey, which makes sense because you don't have to ever worry about a kicker again if you have Aubrey. My boy Jason Sanders on the IR, right? The Dolphins are the kind of team where their kicker fucking gets dead during the regular season. Oh, nice. Good to see how Cam Ward does week 1. Yeah, see, even if Cam Ward plays good in week 1, who are they playing? Titans. I don't think he's going to play well against the Broncos. a lot of Cam Little. Cam Little's interesting. The real question is how many times are they going to actually roll him out there to kick that deep of a field goal? Can he actually do it repeatedly? We'll see. We'll see. I think it is interesting. I wish all my leagues didn't have kickers, frankly, just because I think that kickers are 100% the most random position in fantasy football. And that's why I typically find myself just shuffling through them until I find someone that I actually like. Probably like the first 5-6 weeks of the season, unless I find a great kicker, like I just draft one that's very reliable, I'll probably be shuffling through kickers at a very high rate. Just shuffling through a million different kickers until I find one that I actually like. It's the same thing I do with defenses, except for I feel like I can actually predict the defenses, whereas kickers just feel very random. Like, I honestly think Jake Elliott's one of the best kickers in the league, and he's ranked pretty low. Young Ho Koo, I also think is a really good kicker. Jake Moody, Eric McPherson. What the fuck happened to McPherson last season? How did he do last year? He was pretty bad last year, and then he got hurt. Yeah, Fairbairn is good. It's already almost 10 o'clock. I'm excited to get this done with. We've been streaming for 2 hours. It's been a long draft. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, though, and the stream, I guess. That one year where Dustin Hopkins was a top kicker. Dustin Hopkins used to be cracked. Justin Tucker used to be cracked. Harrison Bucker was cracked. Is Bucker still available? It seems like no one wants Bucker anymore. No one really wants Bucker after last year. No one's a big Butker guy. When are you going live again? The next live, I will guarantee a live next Thursday before NFL kickoff. Then Friday, I will be live, and then Sunday I'll be live. But I don't think we'll be live again until the start of the season.
Your team is now on the clock.
Fucking Fairbairn goes. Chase McLaughlin was on my team last year. He was pretty good. So let's go Chase McLaughlin. He was on the squad last year. He was one of the more reliable ones. I like this team. And then we'll go defense with our last pick. You dabble in college football and analysis. I watch college football, but I'm not going to give you some breakdown of college football because I don't know it like that. I don't watch it like the NFL. I'm not super excited about it like I am with NFL. But I do like college football. Like, I'll be watching Miami versus Notre Dame on Sunday. Miami's my team, but it's not something like, look, if Miami sucks this year, it won't affect me one bit. I just won't give a fuck. Against the Saints, he's going up against the Saints. See, my problem is I don't know the week 1 schedule off the top of my head for every single team yet. I just don't. I know I will by week, by the start of the week once I start actually making a bunch of stuff about it. But right now I don't. Who dat? The Saints? Look, the Saints, man, I would say I feel bad for Saints fans, right? Because the last couple of years have been bad. But any team that's won a Super Bowl and like had a competent quarterback in my lifetime, like I just find it very hard to feel bad for them, to be honest with you. Like Drew Brees could have been a Dolphin, but the Dolphins are fucking stupid. Nick Saban's an idiot. And we don't get Drew Brees. So, that could have been my life, with the Super Bowl. But instead, I have no playoff wins my whole life. Steelers fan, you think they go above 500 this year? They probably go, I'd say 9-8 probably. Um, 2-hour draft ain't bad. Last year we did 3.5-hour taco league, and our boy Auto Picker was going. That's so funny. That was a good point. The Saints had a ton of 12 and 4 and 13, 33 years. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, my other home league draft, like the actual vlog, like the picture of this thumbnail is just me and my friends at our home league draft, and then I just photoshopped the other guys that are in this league over the guys that weren't in that league. Yeah, Tomlin always is gonna go like 10-7, 9-8. Yeah, the Saints were really good for a long portion of my life after Katrina. I'm excited to see what they can do with what's his name now available? Um, with Rodgers. Like I don't think Rodgers is that good, but I think Rodgers can be much better than what they've had in the past. So we'll see. We'll see what the Steelers do. I'm hoping they're good because I got Metcalf on my team. We're closing this out with the defense here. We're just not gonna overthink the defense. The one annoying thing about picking uh towards the beginning of the first round is waiting till the very end to make your last pick. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but like by right now, I just want to fucking get off of this and go to sleep so I can wake up early and start making my videos for tomorrow. Would you pick Brock over Dak? Yes, pretty decisively, I would. So I have my rankings in front of me. I have Brock ranked 8 in tier 3, Dak rank 11 in tier 4. Cardinals defense ain't bad. Yeah, I like the Cardinals defense week 1. We'll see what happens here. I got Bigsby in Dynasty. What do you where are you drafting him in a 12 team PPR? Round like 10 or 11. I think that's the smartest move, around 10 or 11. No one took Coker. I probably should have taken Coker instead of Thornton. But it is what it is. Won't stress on that. Won't stress on that too much. Yeah, I'm excited for our draft. And best of luck to everyone that are in the Discord drafts. Best of luck to everyone. Hope everyone has a fun time, has a good weekend too. Labor Day weekend's always nice. Always a nice time. Make sure everyone stays safe too, you know. I feel like 4th of July is definitely the most dangerous holiday. I guess Black Friday used you remember like 10 years ago, dude, where people were just running people over like in Walmart, you'd get trampled to get a 32-inch fucking HD 720p TV. That was crazy. Black Friday just isn't like that anymore. That was definitely the most dangerous holiday. Now it's 4th of July. I'm stuck between starting Chris Olave, Travis Hunter, or Jalen Warren in the flex week 1. I'd probably go Travis Hunter. I think Olave is the most proven for week 1. Yeah, he probably is the most proven, but I'm probably going Travis Hunter. I can't wait to get clapped in 2, 3, and 4. Maybe one day I'll get promoted to the big show. See, I would love to play in every single one of those leagues with you guys, but at some point, I want to, in my opinion, I just want to be fully committed to every league that I'm in. And if I'm in like 10 leagues, I know for sure I can't be committed to every league. And then it just hurts the other people, right? Because I'm not even trying, and you guys are supporters of me. So I would never be able to do that because I just play in so many leagues. Black Friday was the closest thing to the purge. Yeah, it was, dude. That shit was crazy. Now you can just go on your phone, pull up Amazon, and order some stuff instead of getting mauled. So that's always a plus. All right, we got to go our defense. We already know who we want. We already know. Will someone take them before us, though, is the question. Are you saying we can get Matthew Golden around 6 or 7? I've been seeing him go around 4 and 3 in some mocks. Also, please talk to me. All right. There's no way you should have to draft Matthew Golden in the 4th round. There's just no way. Unless you're looking at rookie drafts or something. I don't know where people are taking Golden in the 4th round. You could probably wait. Where did Golden go in this draft? Golden. Round 7. Yeah, so round 7 or 8 is probably the earliest I would take him. I'm scared of drafting Olave because of the injury history. Kamara, I'm not scared of drafting at all. Kamara, I think, is going to smash. I think Kamara's going to smash. Will Lutz. Will Lutz. I like our team a decent amount here. I feel like we got a pretty good squad. The bench is a little bit suspect. How quickly do the notorious leagues show up, or how does one get into those? They're in the Discord, so you just join the Discord. It'll be linked in the should be linked in
Your team is now on the clock.
Let's get the Rams. Should be linked in the live thing, but it might not be. So let me just adjust. I'm gonna adjust the description of the live because I didn't do that. Still have like all the old stuff. Back on top in June. All right. It's gonna be. I'm gonna paste in the chat if Spock didn't already. I'm gonna post the Discord in the chat. It's always in the description of the videos, but it's not in this one until I add it right now. Discord. Yeah, you can join the Discord. It they filled pretty quickly. Thoughts on my team? Double flex quarterback Caleb McCarthy. I think it looks pretty good. Kamara is such a smash running back 2 for me. That or Kenny Walker. Yeah, I love Kamara. Tracy Jr. or Henderson. Henderson for sure. No, I don't know if I made fun of you, to be completely honest with you. In this,
Thanks for attending the NFL Draft. Best of luck this season.
Kobe where he did. If Walker could stay healthy, though, dude, he will win leagues. 100%. If Kenneth Walker is healthy, he will win leagues. Dak is on the waivers, my 12 man. I have Purdy. Nah, just keep Purdy. Just keep Purdy. All right, let's see if we can pull up my actual team now. And then we're going to get on out of here. We're going to have to change our team name. Okay, so adjust. I'm going to stop sharing screen. Then go to share screen. And then share my team. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, good luck. Good luck at this year, everyone. Yeah, I agree, Spock. Good luck to everyone. All right, so this is our final team here. We got Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Travion Henderson, T. Higgins, Lab McConkey, Mark Andrews, DK Metcalf, Roma Dunze, 9-inch Nicholas Chubb, Ollie Gordon, Dylan Sampson, Josh Palmer, Rashi Rice, and Dante Thornton, Chase McLaughlin, and the LA Rams. Someone dropped them after the draft. That makes sense. I like our team. I mean, again, anytime I'm in these drafts with my friends, like they have the rankings. They know what the fuck they're doing. It's not like I'm drafting up against a bunch of idiots. So the teams are always not going to look like as supreme as I think they would if I was drafting against people that don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But I do enjoy my team. I'm playing up against Johnny in week 1. Me and John are a heated rivalry going back decades at this point. I wish it would show us our thing because on here they normally have like a thing that tells you like, oh, what is the your team in the past record? It's probably like dead even. He won the championship last year, though, I think. No, my dad did. Never mind. He won the championship in our other league. All right, let's go to the league, and I'll find my dad's team. Pull his team up. Dude, my foot is so itchy right now. I don't know why. Jaden Daniels, Alvin Kamara, Devon Achane, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, TJ Hawkinson, Jacoby Myers, Jordan Mason, Tank Bigsby, Rico Dowdle, Najee Harris, Chris Godwin, DeAndre Hopkins, and Adam Thielen. It looks pretty good. I am pretty worried about Jacoby Myers, though, if I'm being honest with you. I might have to bump him down my rankings, but the problem is we just don't know what's going to happen with him. So if I fully bury him and then he just stays in Las Vegas, I'm going to look like an idiot. And then if I don't fully bury him and then he gets traded, I'm going to look potentially stupid if he's on a bad team. So kind of interesting. But thank you guys for watching the stream. Make sure you guys do leave a like on the way out. I hope you guys did enjoy the draft. It took about 2 hours. I appreciate all of you guys. At one point, we had 220 people in there. So shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to Spock. Shout out to all the mods. Shout out to everyone that was here the whole time. I really appreciate all of you guys. It means the world to me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' night. Videos tomorrow. I think Pickens is going to have a great year with Dak. I agree with you. So I hope you guys all have a great one. And I'll see you guys very shortly with some more content. Love you guys. Smooches. Get some rest. Thank you. I appreciate it. See you guys soon. Adios. Boy. Here, wait. Let's play some music on the way out. Let's get a nice tune going. I wish I could play any like actual music, but we have to listen to whatever's on here. listen to some rock music on the way out. Hope you guys have a great one. I appreciate you all. Oh, there's more music on here. Oh, you can add music. See, but then you're gonna get copyrights. Take care. I appreciate you guys. Good night. See you guys soon. Bye bye.